His name is Smokey, who is just the sweetest, cutest, cuddliest little cat I've ever met, and I love him. I really could not be happier.
I have a golden retriever named Lucy. I've had her since she was a puppy and have raised her and trained her myself. We love playing fetch and going on walks.
The Animal Rescue League doesn't only care about the animals, they care about you. They make sure that you find a pet that is perfect for you and that they're healthy and they'll be in good hands. It means a lot that they care about animals and people.
The ARL was very helpful. They let me take my time trying to find my best friend.
They're always looking for volunteers, which is a great way for the community to get involved and help animals and play with the animals, which is always fun, of course. You can do that by going to arl-iowa.org. They'd love it, and the animals would love it too.
You're here with Chloe and Bailey at Edge 88.1. We're just going to talk to you about last night's Party of the Year GV Glow. I saw you there. What did you think of it?
Oh, it was awesome. It was so much fun, and it was so cool to see everybody out just enjoying themselves. And
yeah.
It was messy, but that was the fun of it.
Paint was insane. I've been to paint parties in the past, and I don't think I've ever had that much paint covered on me before.
Yeah, no, that shower afterwards took a while. That was rough, but it was fun.
It was worth it. The music was awesome. The DJ was cool. The vibes in the room was fantastic. It was overall a really good night, I would say.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. Like I would do it again if I could. Just
it's
tonight.
A good way to end the year.
People are recovering, you know, and they're exhausted, but
I have some bruises myself.
Yeah, but worth it. Totally worth it. So much fun. And if you weren't there, you definitely missed out.
Definitely. It was quite fun. You're listening to the Edge 88.1 with Chloe and Bailey. Next up is Gotta Get Away by Black Keys.
You're back with Edge 88. This is Bailey. Got kind of an interesting story to tell you guys because we finally have a nice day. But the past few days haven't been so great. The weather's been kind of gloomy, and I'll just tell you it wasn't so great for southeastern Iowa yesterday. In a town called Donahue, a tornado touched down, and now there are 1,300 hogs missing, just gone. They evacuated 1,300 of them, and then the tornado hit the building, and the rest of them, another 1,300, are just gone. We don't know if they're dead. We don't know if they just ran away, but they're gone. And I don't really know how to feel about this one because I don't eat meat. So I'm not sure if I'm glad that they were free or if it's better they died from natural causes rather than being eaten. I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but if they're okay, that's great. But if you know anybody living in Donahue, Iowa, you might want to let them know that there might be some hogs running around. Just let them know and they can be aware. Anyway, this next song is I Lived by One Republic on Edge 88.
This is the Edge 88.1. You're here with Chloe, and I'm here to talk to you about Selena Perez, the former Spanish-American singer who actually died 20 years ago and was killed by her fan club president, ironically enough. Her family is actually bringing her back in a whole new way. A hologram will actually be created to make her walk, sing, talk, and even dance. Selena's sister quoted that, "We think it's something amazing. A lot of new fans that didn't get to experience what Selena was about hopefully will be able to get a sense of her with this new technology that's going to be coming out." The project is actually called Selena the One. And actually last year, the most recent hologram appeared at Billboard Music Awards, and it was of Michael Jackson, which was pretty cool. So the fact that they're going to make another one of a singer that died 20 years ago who was so famous is pretty cool. Speaking of which, coming up next is Michael Jackson and Justin Timberlake's song Love Never Felt So Good.
You're listening to Edge 88 here with Bailey and Chloe. Something kind of cool was just developed. It is a new car that is designed to go faster than a speeding bullet. They've been working on it for 6 years, and they'll be tested in 2016 by a UK-based team. They plan to take the 9-meter vehicle to South Africa in an attempt to break a world record. The Bloodhound Supersonic car is what it's called. It plans to hit the world land speed record of 1,000 miles per hour.
That's insane. My car only goes 120, so I can't imagine 1,000 miles.
Like, I
per hour.
accidentally went 90 once, and that was almost scary, so I cannot imagine.
I've hit 100, and that even feels terrifying.
A little bit, right? I mean, I don't know, it just seems dangerous to me, but...
It'd be cool to see them, like, actually test a gun. Like, the minute the car takes off, shoot a bullet out the gun and take it in the slow-mo.
That would be
awesome.
so cool. That
It'd
would
be cool to
really
look at.
Cool. I didn't look, but I wonder, is there going to be somebody in the car? That's what I'd wonder. I don't know.
That'd
There's a
be
remote
scary
control.
if I were them.
Know. Yeah, they better watch what they're doing. I don't know, but I'm going to watch for that in 2016 because I would like to see if it can break that record. That is really crazy.
I would too.
Thank you for listening to Edge 88. We'll be back with some technology news here in a little bit, but for now, this is Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Indian Blood by Last International, one of my new favorite bands. Enjoy. That was Still Into You by Paramore on Edge 88. You're here with Bailey and Chloe. We've got some technology news for you. First off, the internet is being broken once again. This time it's not Kim Kardashian and it's not a dress.
The dress thing.
Yes.
Can't stand the dress picture.
So did I. But this time it's a little bit more tolerable because it's cute. It's a cat. And the argument, yeah, of course, right? The internet cat pictures. Who knew? What a surprise. This time, the argument is if the cat is going up or down the stairs. And I don't really understand why it's an argument. I mean, I think it's definitely going up the stairs.
When you look at the picture, you can tell. It looks like it's walking up. It just depends where the photo was taken. So.
Well, that's the question, I think. But, I mean, the reason I think it's going up the stairs is because the background doesn't have much. And so it looks like a floor.
If you look at it hard enough, it kind of looks like it's going down.
Yeah, if you really look. But, I don't know.
It's not the same with the dress picture. The dress picture, I could clearly see gold and white.
Yeah, me too.
Not blue and black like other people are saying.
Yeah.
But this one is like, I could trick my mind into seeing both ways.
Right, it's just an optical illusion, but...
Goodness.
I don't know. But I guess the internet's breaking again, guys. Careful. Thanks for listening. This is Bailey and Chloe on Edge 88. The next song is Elastic Heart.
That was Elastic Heart by Sia. You're listening to Edge 88.1 here with Chloe, and I'm here to talk about the new iOS 8.3 update, which I actually am currently downloading on my phone and looking at right now. It comes with a new voice update for Siri, which makes her sound more natural, like she's actually speaking, not like a computer. And it also comes with 300 new emojis, including actually racially diverse emojis. For all new iPhones and iPads, you can finally get all the fun new emojis, but the update will come for non-iPhone users in June for all those Android and other phones. But yeah, I think the emojis are pretty cool. I've always liked a wide variety. So you're listening to the Edge 88.1. Coming up next is Somebody Else by Rico Love.
Tuning in to KDPS. This is Bailey. I've got some more technology news for you. Chloe was just telling you about the iPhone update. I have more Apple news. If you ordered an Apple Watch, good for you. And they'll start shipping on April 24th. Others aren't so lucky. They've already been back ordered until June. So a lot of people are pretty mad and a lot of people don't care. But all the reviews so far have been that it's so amazing and everybody needs one and they're great. But every single model has been back ordered until at least June, and it could get pushed back even more as more and more people order them. I haven't actually seen them. I'm kind of excited too. They seem pretty cool, but you're out of luck for a while if you want one. Thanks for listening. This is Out of My Head by Brett Dennen on Edge 88.
That was Out of My Head by Brett Dennen. You're listening to Edge 88.1. You're here with Bailey and Chloe, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit more about some technology. Recently, science is looking to find the best way to store data that will last for like a really long time, like millions of years. Researchers in Switzerland actually think that the answer is in the data storage system of DNA. Only 1 gram of DNA actually is capable of holding all the storage of internet giants like Facebook and Google with still room to spare. Like, it's insane. Can you believe that?
It's a little scary.
Yeah, I don't know, that's a lot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
one DNA. Like, do you know how much DNA we have in us?
right. But at the same time, I think technology and natural stuff like DNA and all that should be two separate things. They should not be combined into one. And do we really need that much data storage? I know we're all, more population. I know
We're all about the extra storage and all those gigabytes and trying to shove everything into one place.
I wonder if it'd have any bad effects. I don't know what, but it just seems crazy to me. Kind of scary.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but that's it for, our random news and our technology news. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Bailey and Chloe, and thanks for listening to Edge 88.1.
Wow, her skin is like hazelnut mocha. Her smile is as sweet as a strawberry smoothie. Her hair is like a caramel latte. I hope she's not as cold as a frappuccino. Oh, she's coming over here? This is awkward. What do I say?
Hey, I saw how your eyes hit me like a shot of espresso. Would you want to go get one at Einsteins in the campus library with me after class? I heard they've got darn good coffee.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to get some of that smile smoothie. Strawberry smoothie.
Okay, see you there.
I'm one of those guys people look at and think, oh, he'll never get anywhere in life, or he'll never have a good job, and he must be pretty mean. But I know I'm none of those things. I try to do my best to help people out. It's something I love to do. And at all three of my jobs, I've been in management, and if that says anything, I must not be a very mean guy if I can get that high up. We're taught that we shouldn't judge people by the color of their skin, so why should I get judged by the reds, greens, purples, or any other color of my tattoos? Tattoos are a form of expression, whether they have meaning or not. It's all art. The only thing that should matter is to the person who actually gets the tattoo. It should mean something to them. My most meaningful tattoo is my biggest tattoo as well. It's on my chest and it's of a pheasant to represent hunting. At the bottom it has a banner and it says, "Together forever and never apart." I got it for someone near and dear to me, and that person is my dad. Aside from the meaning of my tattoos, people usually ask the same question. The first is, did they hurt? And any tattoo you get is going to hurt. It all just depends on where you get it. The second question is, how will those tattoos look when you're 80? Well, how good will you look when you're 80? We're all going to look the same. We're all going to be wrinkly and walking with a cane and everything. I just think I'll look cooler. I'll be that guy that people look at and say, well, he had some fun in his teenage years. Tattoos are important to me because it's a way I can express myself, and I like to do it in an artful way. Some people do it through music. Some people just have a journal. I like to do it through pieces of art on my body. I think it looks awesome as well. You do you and I'll do me. It's my body, I can do what I want, and I'm sure they've heard that many times, but it's true. You can't control what I can do with myself. I'd understand if maybe you were my mom or something because you're family and you're concerned for my well-being, but why you? Why would a stranger be worried about my well-being? I think the younger generations are finally starting to get it. They're not judging others by the color of their skin, but what's on the inside, because that's what really matters. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Black, yellow, orange, white, who cares? It doesn't define who we are.
I want the hardest rock, man.
I want the freshest, trendiest pop.
I want the hippest hop out, yo.
I want all the new alternative and indie, so, I can say I liked it before it was cool. What?
There's only one station that has it all.
You want rock? We've got it for you. You want pop? We've got it. Hip hop?
Now watch me whip, watch me nay.
We've got that too. Alternative and indie? Yeah, we've got that and everything in between.
On Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.
To get in touch with the station or for more information, you can tweet us at KDPS88, find us on Facebook, KDPS Radio, or check us out online at kdpsgrandview.wix.com/radio. That was Cecilia and the Satellite. It's a great song on Edge 88.1 Des Moines Radio Mashup. You're here with Bailey for another edition of the Soundcheck, where we check in on the latest news and music. Well, I can hardly believe it, but October's finally here, which means it's time for flannels and sweaters, pumpkin spice everything, horror movies, and most importantly, Halloween, also known as my favorite holiday ever. I've secretly been buying Halloween decorations and getting way into the Halloween spirit since, the beginning of September, maybe? But now I don't have to keep my Halloween excitement a secret. So, I've got a little treat for all you Halloween fanatics like me and those of you who need a little push into the holiday spirit from KDPS 88.1. That was Marilyn Manson's cover of This Is Halloween from the film Nightmare Before Christmas. You're listening to 88.1 The Edge with Bailey. We begin the Soundcheck with a little Kim and Kanye update for those who care, or those who need a new punchline. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have not confirmed the due date of their second child, but they've suggested that they'll be having the baby on Christmas. So, good for them, and if you wanted that update, you're welcome. I know some people care, some people don't, but they kind of seem to be taking over the world a little. We always hear about Kim and Kanye, and I kind of wonder when it'll stop, but you never know. We all need some entertainment. When we come back, a band is getting more attention now, more than 20 years after their peak. Is that good or bad? And later on the Soundcheck, a star who has some people pretty heated from a comment that she made. Until then, here is If I Should Go Before You by City and Color on KD. You're tuned into the Soundcheck on 88.1 Des Moines Radio Mashup. Is it just me, or is Nirvana, more specifically Kurt Cobain, receiving more hype now than they ever did in the 90s? I mean, authorities have released photos of Cobain's death scene. Endless songs and covers of songs have just been discovered from Cobain. And there's new documentaries that have been popping up left and right. There's new old albums, and new albums with those songs that we've never heard. Nirvana t-shirts are so trendy right now. And some would say that Nirvana died when Kurt Cobain did back in '94. Well, I have to disagree just because I've loved Nirvana since I was very young. And in my opinion, all of this resurfacing is awesome, no matter what band it is. New material from bands that you think are done and gone, it's always cool, and I've enjoyed it all. I believe it's a positive thing. Like, despite the raw and sometimes inappropriate ideas that Cobain often wrote and sang about, I think it introduces the younger generations to true grunge. Grunge is here. It's back. It's made an appearance in young girls' clothing with all their flannels and ripped jeans and Chuck Taylor tennis shoes, but they don't really know about the music. So if you're going to be inspired by the grunge fashion of the 90s, why not be inspired by the music? That was the most important element of the grunge scene. So, just to feel a little grungy right now, here's Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana on KDPS. You're listening to Edge 88 here with Bailey on this chilly October 1st edition of the Soundcheck. Madonna is making some people a little bit angry after a comment she made saying, quote, "Honestly, I don't think there's much difference between me and the Pope," unquote. This statement was made during a show in Philadelphia earlier this week when she decided to dedicate a love song to the Pope in honor of him coming to the States. Now, many are in an uproar about it, saying that they can't believe she compared herself to a well-respected religious leader. On a brighter note, for your Thursday afternoon, here is Somebody New by Joywave. The song always puts me in a good mood for some reason. I think it's just a little edge it's got to it. You listen to KDPS, Des Moines Radio Mashup. X's and O's by Ellie King on KDPS. This next song is by Iowa's very own Slipknot. If you haven't checked out Corey Taylor's new book, You're Making Me Hate You, that's the title. I wouldn't be that mean to you guys. I strongly suggest you do so. It is an interesting read. There's lots of good stuff in there, and I don't want to spoil it, but if you're into Slipknot or you're into Corey Taylor, definitely I suggest checking that out. Speaking of Slipknot, here's Devil and I on KDPS 88.1. That was A-Team by Ed Sheeran on 88.1. You're here with Bailey on the Soundcheck. Speaking of Ed Sheeran, did you know his fans are called Cheerios? Like SH instead of CH. I found that out today. I thought that was a little interesting. Better than Beliebers, though. It's a lot more creative than Beliebers. But I guess I'm both a Belieber and a Cheerio, so no shame there. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Apparently, Ed Sheeran has decided to take a break from music, and that's the important part. That is what I wanted to talk to you about. He decided that he wants to go off into the wilderness. The artist has been working on everything, like crazy. He's been making music for us, working on a concert film, touring everywhere. I know a girl who's seen him like 6 times in the last couple months. It's crazy. He's been touring so much. He's got to be exhausted, so now he's taking some time off in January, and he's not sure for how long. Maybe a month, maybe more, but he plans to get rid of his cell phone and keep away from people for a while. But don't worry, while he's gone, we'll keep playing his music and give you your Ed fix here on KDPS. This is 88.1 The Edge. Bailey here with more music news for you. Solo Harry Styles? It's true. It is said that he has about 20 songs that he's really excited to release. So, One Direction fans or just Harry Styles fans, that's something to look out for in the hopefully near future. Until then, an oldie but a fan favorite, that's for sure. Here's What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction on KDPS. You're tuned into KDPS Des Moines Radio Mashup with Bailey on the Soundcheck. There might be some romance happening between Drake and Lorde. He posted a photo on Instagram of himself and Lorde posing and called her wifey in the caption. He said low-key in parentheses, but come on, with a couple ring emojis. And she replied with a bunch of happy faces and, you know, the emoji with the heart eyes that everybody uses. That's real cute. Yep, so fans are suspicious and hoping for a collaboration between the two. I can't lie, that would be pretty amazing. I love Lorde's voice, and her songs always have the sickest beats. They always put me in a good mood. And this one is actually my personal favorite. Here's Yellow Flicker Beat by Lorde on 88. Bailey here, you're listening to the Soundcheck on Edge 88. The rock and roll world has some news today. Iron Maiden is apparently topping the charts around the world with their new collaboration with Warner Brothers. They're being seen at number 1 in countries like Argentina, Austria, Brazil, Croatia, Finland, Germany, number 2 in Australia and Canada, and even France, number 3 in Turkey, number 4 in South Africa, and there are so many more. Like, those aren't even half the countries on the number 1 and number 2 slots. You know, it's pretty cool considering many would say that they had their day years ago. But I digress. You know, they're cool. They can do their thing. This next song is by a band that I personally love so much. I actually just got a tattoo based off one of their albums with some lyrics from a different album of theirs, which is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. But there I go again. Anyway, here is A Day to Remember with End of Me on KDPS 88.1. Thanks for listening to Edge 88, and thanks for hanging out and rocking out with me on this edition of Soundcheck on Des Moines Radio Mashup. Tune in every Thursday at 4 with me, Bailey, for a check-in on all things music. I'm leaving you this evening with a band that I saw for the 3rd time a couple weeks ago. I have crazy stories from all their shows, but they put on an incredible concert. I definitely recommend seeing them at some point if you can. Here is Sound of Change by Dirty Heads on KDPS. You're tuned in to Edge 88, Des Moines Radio Mashup, here with Bailey. It is that time again, time for the Soundcheck, where I check in on all the latest music news and whatever else to keep you up to date. Coming up today, we've got a long-awaited tour announcement, the tragic Paris attacks and how it relates to music, angry rock stars, and much more. But first, an artist who admits her own music even makes her cry. Here's Hello by Adele on KDPS 88.1. Wanted Man by The Last International on Des Moines Radio Mashup. KDPS, you're here with Bailey. I've got some good and bad news for us Tool fans. You probably already knew that after waiting years and what felt like forever, Tool has finally been back in the studio making new music. However, they just confirmed tour dates. Yay! With Primus as the opening act. How awesome would that be? That is the perfect pair right there, and I want to go so terribly badly. But that is where the bad news comes in. The shows are taking place in California, Texas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, and North Carolina. In other words, nowhere near here. We're gonna have to do some traveling to see that one. I'm sure it would be worth it though. So if I can get my hands on some tickets and gas money and time off work, I'll be there. I'll be there. Here's Pearl Jam with Better Man on 88.1. The good news, believers of Iowa. It was just announced yesterday that Justin Bieber will be coming to Des Moines, and that concert will be at Wells Fargo Arena on June 22nd. Tickets go on sale to the general public on Friday, November 20th, so not tomorrow, but the next Friday. It's coming up. And prices are kind of crazy. I took a look at them, and it looked like it was anywhere from $120-ish up to $300. If you want VIP tickets, you're looking on spending $2,000. So, but he just came out with a new album. He kind of disappeared for a while. He's back. He's doing great things. I've loved his new stuff. But I've always been a believer. Judge me. I don't care. So it's going to be a good show. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Here's a song from his new album, What Do You Mean by the Biebs on Edge 88. Something from Nothing by Foo Fighters on Des Moines Radio Mashup. So the Foo have something super exciting that they are counting down to on their website, foofighters.com. It was just discovered today. The countdown seems to be counting toward November 22nd. No idea why. All it is a picture of a statue, the logo, and it has a countdown clock. Fans are speculating that it has something to do with a second season of their Sonic Highways series. Others are saying it could be a live album, maybe even a new EP, as Dave Grohl was saying he had some songs already done. Nobody really knows. But with all the shows that they've been doing, all the news they've been in, all the rumors they've been a part of lately, the possibilities could really be endless. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Luckily, November 22nd is not as far away as it seems. They could have done this months out and killed us. We could have all just been waiting and getting bored and sad. But they've got my attention. I'm interested and I'm excited. You're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88, here with Bailey. So, yesterday, a parody mixtape from a Drake imposter or impersonator or whatever you want to call it was dropped. It's called Tears from the Six. Tears with a Z. It is a project from Tristan Winger, and it has a number of songs poking fun at Drake and the running joke that he cries all the time. It is a way exaggerated and way cheesy but hilarious little mixtape. And there's also a mobile video game to go with it called Drizzy Tears. Again, Tears with a Z. Obviously, Drizzy has Z's too. Two of them. So you can go find that as well. It's a very elaborate parody, if I do say so myself. But it's a successful one. And those are kind of hard to come by. Unless you're Weird Al, your parodies are probably not that great. Just being honest. But this one, it's good. It's good because it's the whole album and it's a video game. I mean, come on. Stay tuned right here to Edge 88. Tearing My Heart by 21 Pilots on Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88. I've got some more music news for you. You may have heard about the vocalist of As I Lay Dying, Tim Lamsis, being sentenced to 6 years in jail following plans to kill his wife, who had restricted his access to their 3 adopted children. That happened last year. It was kind of a big deal in the metal world, so if you're into metal, you knew about it. If not, you might not have. But now he's planning to make an album from jail and release it sometime next year. However, he claims that it's not an album, but a mixtape. How hardcore is that? Yep, and it'll be just like the songs rappers release from prison, he says, but with metalcore instead. As I Lay Dying will also have different band members, considering he's the only one in jail, and that band will consist of a few convicted felons that he has made acquaintances with. So there's that. Good luck to him, and I don't know. A lot of people are upset about it. I don't know if it'll be a really good move on his part or a bad one. A lot of people are not happy with the fact that he, wanted to kill his wife. So we'll see how that goes. Here's Scar Tissue by Red Hot Chili Peppers on KDPS 88.1. Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor on KDPS 88.1. The classic debate of the holiday season is here again. When is too early to play Christmas tunes? I have been hearing Christmas songs playing on commercials since Halloween. That's too early. That is way too early, if you ask me. Here's my opinion, my stance on the entire subject, and I know many would agree with me on this. Christmas music should not, I repeat, should not be played on the radio or in public places until the day after Thanksgiving. Like, let me eat my mashed potatoes first, and then we can focus on Jingle Bell Rock and Silent Night and all that good stuff. What are your thoughts on the Christmas music debate? Let us know on Twitter at KDPS88. I look forward to seeing what others think about the earlier and earlier arrival of holiday music. And remember, you can always find us on Facebook at KDPS Radio or on our website at kdpsgrandview.wix.com/radio. And that's it. That's all I've got for you on this edition of the Soundcheck, where I, Bailey, keep you up to date on all the latest news and music. But before I go, here's some Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for you. Just kidding. I will hold my ground. It is way too early. Way too early. Here's If I Should Go Before You by City and Color on Des Moines radio mashup Edge 88. Two groups that have had their peak in the 90s are talking about pairing up to go on tour. That's right, our childhood dreams are coming true. The Backstreet Boys and the Spice Girls are making plans to bring us an amazing tour, and it better happen. It's not confirmed yet, but it's a pretty serious rumor. Both members from Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys have talked about it and said that it's probably going to happen. Coming up on this Throwback Thursday, Andrew's going to be talking about 90s video games, so stay tuned for that. Here's some Backstreet Boys, followed by the Spice Girls on KDPS.
That was the Spice Girls, and I'm Andrew Fox, and you're listening to Throwback Thursday. And right now I'm going to talk to you about the 90s, more specifically 90s video games. And all you 90s kids know what I mean. Nintendo 64, Sony's PlayStation, and Sega's Dreamcast. Oh, those were the good old days. Nintendo came out with the Nintendo 64 with a bunch of new titles. Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros., GoldenEye 007, and Sony came out with producing the next Final Fantasy games, including Final Fantasy 7 through 9. And I have to say, those were glorious days. Unfortunately, Sega dropped out as a console and just became a games company instead, which is really sad to say. I mean, they had good games, they just couldn't keep up with the competition. Up next is Closing Time by Sonic Subway. You're listening to Andrew Fox out at Edge 88.
That was Closing Time by Semisonic on KDPS. That song never gets old. It is so good. I love music from the 90s. However, the 90s weren't just a time for great music. They were also a time for awesome shows on TV. Like All That, Hey Arnold, even the popular show Friends that aired its first episode in 1994. I remember watching Recess, Rugrats, Doug, and more. I love it all. Andrew, did you ever watch any of those?
I used to watch All That, especially with when one of the stars from All That went to NSL. I just kept loving it more. I can't recall what his name was. What was it again?
I don't know which one. Which one? I know. I don't know his name, though. I'm blanking out. We're 90s kids. We should know this.
I know. They did a whole lot of segments, like, I can't remember what they were called, but there was this one segment where they gave you really good advice, like, if you are what you eat, does that make me 3 fish tacos and a burrito?
Yeah, they had some great humor on that show, like when Drake Bell was a little hippie kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kyle was his name, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then Amanda Bynes back when she had all of her stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Amanda Bynes.
My favorite show actually was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Please tell me you've seen it.
Oh, yes. I used to watch that at Nick and Night before they took it down. Oh, it was
I
good.
still catch some reruns. I do all the, every so often I see them, and it's always the one with Carlton dancing. The Carlton dance. Always. I always see that one on.
I've actually never seen that episode before.
Oh, come on. I've got some GIFs and videos to show you then. It is so good.
Well, you'll have to show me them, but they can't right now, though.
Well, I know. What a decade, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very cultural decade, with all the shows and music and such.
Definitely. I would go back, not gonna lie. But hey, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing a Throwback Thursday. But when we come back, more about the Fresh Prince himself. Stay tuned to Edge 88. TLC with Waterfalls on KDPS Des Moines Radio Mashup. So a 90s TV star / musician has returned to the music scene. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is back. That's right, Will Smith has come back and he has new music. He has a new video, which is amazing, honestly. And he's talking about going on tour. He's getting kind of old, which makes me feel old, but he's still going. So I guess it's a good example for all of us. But it's hard to believe how long ago the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was airing. And seeing the reruns now, it's crazy seeing that time period, seeing now. But I'm glad he's back because he had some great music when he was doing all his hip-hop stuff. And so, like I said, the video's great if you want to check that out. And see what he's doing lately? It's great. It is nice to see somebody come back. There's been a lot of artists coming back, and it's kind of cool because this is the age of throwback. I mean, we have a hashtag for it, when a hashtag never used to be a thing. So, times are changing. Here it's All Star by Smash Mouth on KDPS 88.1.
That was All Stars by Smash Mouth, and I'm Andrew Fox, and you're listening to Throwback Thursday. Now, a lot of 90 toys carried on over into the 2000s. The most iconic ones are like Pogs, Bop It, Skip It, and the Virtual Pets Tamagotchi. You wouldn't believe how many of the things I used to see on the playground back at my old elementary school. People were like connecting theirs to others, and they were like, "Oh, hey, you should get a Tamagotchi. Yeah, it's totally cool." But my parents always said no because the battery life on those things were always so short. And isn't that true? I mean, you would have to buy one about once a week to keep up with the other kids, and that would just be plain annoying and draining on your parents' money. And Skip It, I was never an athletic child, so I wasn't really into all of that. But Bop It, I usually have a very good memory, and when he asked me to do the sort of thing, I was always up for a challenge like that. I can't recall what the highest score I got, but I believe maybe it was somewhere around 30. Don't know what the highest world record for that is, but who knows, maybe I'll look it up. Up next is Self-Esteem by Offspring, and you're listening to Throwback Thursday. Welcome back to Throwback Thursday. I'm Andrew Fox, and my topic right now is going to be 90s movies. Now, I had a couple of personal favorite 90s movies, like Groundhog Day and Jurassic Park, and I have to say, the effects were pretty good for their time. I mean, creating all those dinosaurs. Wouldn't you say, Bailey?
Oh, yeah, it was so good, and honestly, not like in the way of graphics, but just the movie overall. Jurassic Park was so much better than Jurassic World.
I know. I mean, it was nice that they actually made a sequel that would apply to here in more modern times. But I just think Jurassic Park is still the original.
Yeah, I don't think that's one that you can do another version of. I mean, like they're trying to do that with Star Wars now. I'm excited for that. But Jurassic Park, they should have probably just left that alone. Good try.
True. but my all-time favorite one involved Tim Allen and Tom Hanks starring in an animated picture that got a movie studio up and running. That's right, Toy Story by Pixar, which got them up and running with Disney as well.
Who doesn't love Toy Story though?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely see it. I mean, go to a movie store, rent it, or watch it on Netflix.
Right, like that is definitely one of my most memorable movies. When I was little, I was sure my toys would come alive, like at night or when I wasn't home. I just knew it.
Yeah, I actually tried to set up a video camera once to see if they actually did come alive, but it didn't work. Either they knew I was there or that's just fake.
Right? I always thought they would move out the corner of my eye and I'd look at them and nothing would happen. Nothing. So I was really imaginative as a kid though. I mean, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you ever play Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
I wonder if the creator of that, Scott Cawthon, got inspiration for that. Like they move around without you looking at them. You have to keep watching them so they won't move.
Sense.
So,
maybe.
But they're huge animatronics that could easily overpower you.
Right. Okay, but speaking of Toy Story.
Right.
First one was great. Second one was all right. I never saw...
You never saw the third one? It was okay. I really think they should have just stopped with the second one, really.
I know. Now, I keep hearing rumors that they're just going to keep going, forever, and they need to just not.
Oh, please, just put this Toy Story 1 to rest. I mean, you did great with the 3 movies, but you can't keep making them.
There are only some movies like that. It's not a 90s movie, so I'm kind of getting off base, but, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them coming out with the 5th one. But Toy Story, stop. It melted my heart. It was good. Now just done.
Yeah, just put it to rest, Pixar. We don't need to see another one.
Nope.
Anyway, up next is Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you're listening to Throwback Thursday.
Red Hot Chili Peppers with one of their big 90s hits, Under the Bridge on Edge 88. Bailey here with you on this Throwback Thursday. So if you have any 90s memories that you would like to share, you can always tweet us at KDPS88, hashtag EdgeTBT. We're still rolling down memory lane on this day in 1990. A couple things happened. A Jewish extremist was assassinated in New York, which I wasn't alive for that happening, but I heard a lot about that growing up. And then in 1991, the Philippines were facing some severe floods, but when are they not? And finally, one more event on this day in the 90s. George Foreman, I'm assuming the grill guy. I probably should have looked that up, but George Foreman reminds me of a grill. Anyway, he became the oldest heavyweight champion in boxing in 1994. And that's about it. November 5th is kind of lame, I guess. At least in the 90s it was. You know what's not lame, though? Nirvana. Here Smells Like Teen Spirit on KDPS. Nirvana on KDPS, The Edge with Smells Like Teen Spirit. You're here with Bailey and Andrew. You know, in my opinion, Nirvana seems to be a lot more famous now than they ever were in the 90s.
I guess it's true that an artist's work isn't appreciated until he's dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I think of the 90s, I think of Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. But now there's all this news resurfacing about, Kurt's suicide and how now it's more believable because in the 90s, some people said he killed himself. Some people said Courtney Love killed him. It's obvious now that he committed suicide. He left a note. They had pictures of the scene, obviously not of him, but
True.
They found his cigarettes on the floor, weird stuff in weird places, and I think it's crazy that they're releasing that kind of stuff, but people want it, I guess.
Yeah. I guess they just wanted to know what the truth was.
Right, and nowadays, I don't know, growing up my parents liked Nirvana and my best friend liked Nirvana, but a lot of parents that I knew of my friends and stuff, I'd come over wearing a Nirvana or Kurt Cobain t-shirt, and they would be so worried that I was a bad influence or something, but I don't really know why.
Well, I mean, you have, after that last song, I mean, did sound a bit punk rock.
Well, yeah, but I don't see why that should be an issue.
True. I mean, I was raised in a Catholic home, and I really didn't see much of a difference between that any kind of music, as long as it was good.
Right. Well, I don't know. Like, I'll always be a fan, so I don't think that it's as big of a deal as, I don't know, people say, but like all these little kids now are wearing, like young girls are wearing Nirvana shirts, and I think it's crazy that they're coming back. Not a problem, just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, unless they really listen to Nirvana, I don't think they really are going to understand the significance behind it.
Right, I don't either, but that's all right. At least they're getting, the attention.
True.
You're listening to 88.1.
This is Andrew Fox, and you're listening to Throwback Thursday. Now, Google was created during the 1990s, and it's done really well for itself, especially with how it bought out YouTube, and it's made all its other kind of stuff for it, like the Chromebook, the Google phone, and including Gmail, and that's really been handy as well. So, yeah, they've done great for just starting out as a search engine. One of the things that catches my interest is IBM Simon. Now, if you people out there remember this was actually considered a smartphone for its time, because it combined a PDA with a phone, and it had a rechargeable battery that you could put on this little stand. And it could send emails, messages, it could call, it could even store dates on a calendar. So it was maybe one of the first smartphones to ever be released in the 1990s. So that's actually a considerable feat for IBM as well. And when you look at today's smartphones, they're all slim and sleek. But back then, it was all like clunky and very hard to carry around, with it being discreet as well. Well, up next, you're going to be listening to some more 90s hits here on Throwback Thursday. You just got done listening to Viva Loca. I'm Andrew Fox, and here with me is Bailey.
Hi.
Now, a news event that happened in 1990s that was memorable to almost everyone in the world was the case involving Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, and who their suspected murderer was, O.J. Simpson, Nicole's ex. And this was one of the biggest trials in the USA during that time, and almost everyone watched it as well. However, O.J. was acquitted, seeing as they didn't have enough evidence to put him in the jailhouse. So.
Drama.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people believed he killed him, but a lot of people believe he didn't. I mean, who's to say? Unless he comes out and confesses it himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure what to think, because on one hand, if I say he's innocent, they'll say, oh yeah, you're just saying that. And if I say he's guilty, I'd say, you are racist.
Right. There's like no way to find an answer for it. It's one of those that really you just don't know.
It's like the chicken or the egg.
Right. And it's crazy, after this many years, you still don't know.
Yeah, and people are still harping about it.
Yeah. I mean, you hear about it on like comedy shows. You hear about it on a lot of stuff still. Movies. It's a running joke, but is it really a joke? Is it really that funny?
To be honest, I don't really find that funny at all.
No, murder is not a funny joke. But I mean, I'm just surprised, like I said, that with how far we've come in technology and all these other things, that we haven't figured it out yet.
True.
Anyway, on a brighter note, this is one of my favorite songs from the 90s, Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger on 88.1. You're listening to KDPS 88.1. You're here with Bailey and Andrew.
Hello.
So, for this Throwback Thursday, I saw this article a while ago, and it really took me back. It's about foods that were around in the 90s, but have since completely disappeared from the shelves.
Oh, really? Like what kind of foods?
Surge soda.
Never really was a soda fan.
Well, I've got a bunch of them. There was bubble beeper gum, and the case looked like a beeper, which obviously that's way outdated. The Squeeze It juice box things.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Right,
those.
and then do you remember the purple, and then there was green ketchup?
I actually do remember those. I tried to get my dad to buy it, but he said, nah, it looked like it was rotten from the inside out.
Well, my mom did daycare, and so like we always had that because it was so fun. But I was told, and then too much information, but like I said, my mom ran a daycare. It turns your poo weird colors.
Seriously.
Just saying, yeah.
Okay.
Like the color of it. You want purple ketchup? Guess what you've got. You want green ketchup? Guess what you're gonna have.
Talk about walking the green mile.
Oh, right. Another one, those Melody Pops, the like whistle suckers.
Oh, yeah.
I had so much fun with those when I was a kid. And there was those candies that looked like erasers. Did you ever have those?
No, if I did, I probably tried to use them for erasing and probably try...
I took them to school and my teachers knew. They're like, that's candy. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's my eraser. But it was so good. Tongue splashers, the bubble gum that turns your mouth crazy colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Oreo O's cereal.
Oreo O cereal. I don't really recall having...
It was not as good as I thought it should be. But, 90s food was good food, but it kind of makes you wonder why it got taken off the shelves. Like, what's going to happen to me? I ate all of that stuff when I was younger. Am I okay?
Yeah, it's when they take food items off shelves, there's something wrong. Like, oh God, am I going to die in 3 weeks? Bobby, quick, call the doctor.
Right. But I mean, I've made it this far, so I'm thinking it's good.
True.
All right. We've got more throwback coming up, but for now, here's Better Man by Pearl Jam on 88.1 The Edge.
I'm Andrew Fox, and you're listening to Throwback Thursdays here with Bailey.
Really? Did you just forget my name?
I'm
I've been
sorry.
saying it all night.
I'm sorry. I'm not that very good at remembering names, okay?
Shh, whatever.
Anyways.
No judgment.
Now's topic is about MTV, otherwise known as Music TV. Yes,
right.
That channel actually used to play music.
Right?
I know. And it was actually incredibly popular. I mean, they actually showed a few good... They actually did show a few good animated shows as well, like Beavis and Butthead, but it was more asinine than any kind of show that I've ever watched before. And I got in trouble for doing that, being so young.
My dad and I used to talk like them to each other when I was little. Yay for my parents. Good parenting. But really, though, it was fun. I loved that show.
I only got to see that one episode before my dad took away cable.
Oh.
Yeah, and we didn't even get satellite either. We were left with local programming.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but it was all good.
Yeah, but MTV was good. You're right. It was much better in the 90s. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, at the random times where Weird Al Yankovic used this, I know it was only a bit, but he said he had this special satellite hacker where he could project himself onto MTV and play the songs he wanted to play.
Ah.
So it was pretty cool.
Right.
Up next is Fly Away by Lemmy Kravitz. You're listening to Throwback Thursday.
Father of Mine by Everclear on 88.1. This is Bailey here with Andrew.
Hello there, all.
And we've been having fun on this Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
So, one of the biggest 90s icons, Britney Spears.
Let's just say she's completely disappeared off the face of the earth.
Right. I went to go look her up and I wanted to know, where's Britney now? Gone.
Yeah, no one can find her.
Other than, I know she's doing tours, so those people can find her, but I can't find her. I did some Googling because when I was little, she was my hero. I was going to grow up and be the next Britney Spears. I had her posters on my wall. I had all of the merch. I had shirts. I had toys. I had a blanket. I had everything Britney Spears. Judge me.
What happened to all of that once she started going downhill?
Right, exactly. Well, hey, I'd grown up. I'd kind of gone punk by then, all right? So that's what happened with me. But
At least you didn't go Britney.
I know. But can you believe she's 33 years old already?
I thought she would have been older.
Well, I guess with her whole head shaving thing, that was like a midlife crisis that was really early. So I could see how you could think that. I don't know. But this next song that I'm going to play came out 17 years ago. And we just now figured out, like, I found the article from like 10 hours ago. We just now found out what it actually means. One more time. You know, hit me baby one more time. Hit was actually slang for call in Sweden, and that word just never came here. So that's what it means. We just never got that slang.
And here we thought it was domestic abuse.
Exactly. But so you can enjoy the song, here's One More Time by Britney Spears on Des Moines Radio Mashup 88.1. That was our girl Britney Spears on Edge 88. You're here with Bailey. So, the 90s, that's what we've been talking about all night, and they're actually making their way into now. Our fashion trends have kind of come from the 90s, like a bunch of them recently. Starting at the choker necklace, it's back and bigger than ever. Messy hair, which is totally in, and thank goodness for that, because my hair is crazy, always a mess. One of my favorite trends is back. Doc Martens. My docs are my babies. I would not let anything happen to them. Leather jackets are in, which I don't know if those will ever die. I love them. Apparently jelly sandals are in, but I haven't really seen any of those yet. Thank goodness for that as well. I'm not a fan of the jelly sandals, to be honest. I'm just not. Platform shoes are back, for better or worse. Some people can pull them off, some can't. Flannels have been back for a while now. I've been wearing them for years. I actually remember getting made fun of for wearing those in like 6th grade. A year or two later, guess who's wearing them? Everybody! Why'd they make fun of me? So I was wearing man shirts? Well, I pull them off better than most men that I know. What else? Scrunchies are back, and pink hair is back. In the past couple months, I've had a lavender purple. I now have gray. Maybe I should go pink next if it's the in thing. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for listening to Andrew and I on this wonderful Throwback Thursday, #TBT. We had fun hanging out in the 90s and hope you did too. Remember that it is 2015 and technology is pretty awesome, so you can always tweet us at KDPS88 or find us on Facebook at KDPS Radio. Or even check us out on our website at kdpsgrandview.wix.com/radio. See pictures of the staff and all that. Don't look at mine. I'm not a fan of it. And we've got one more 90s hit for you tonight. Here's Mr. Jones by Counting Crows on Des Moines Radio Mashup, KDPS. Hey, you! Wake up! Did you ever dream of being an edgy radio DJ? How about a skilled photographer capturing the sharpest pics? Maybe a quick-thinking PR representative for an important company. A professional journalist out in the world, delivering breaking news as it unfolds.
Breaking news happening right now.
The Communications Department at Grandview University has majors in multimedia communication, digital media production, journalism, and public relations that are everything you've ever dreamed of and more. The Communications Department has been growing, adding new majors, new classes, and new facilities for students to learn and grow and achieve their dreams. So make those dreams come true at Grandview. You can go back to bed now. Sweet dreams. Applying for college, it's hard. But what if I told you it didn't have to be? With 40 majors, 29 minors, classes to fit your busy schedule, small class sizes for your success, and more, Grandview has so many opportunities. So what are you waiting for? For more information or to set up a campus visit, you can click on over to grandview.edu and learn how Grandview University is dedicated to your success and your future. Winner, winner, we have a winner!
Did you know that Des Moines Radio Mashup, the one and only Edge 88, the station you are listening to right now, has won Station of the Year for 7... Say what? Yeah, you heard me right. 7 years in a row? So if you ask me, you've made the right decision tuning in to Iowa's favorite college radio station. I bet that makes you feel awesome deep down inside. I know that's how we here at 88.1 feel, so enjoy it, and enjoy Edge 88 weekdays from 4 p.m. until 7 a.m., where you'll find the best mashup of rock and pop music.
Beautiful by Mariah Carey on Edge 88. After a really, really nice spring break, the Soundcheck is back. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, the Soundcheck is an hour-long show where I, Bailey, check in on all the latest news and music to keep you up to date on what is going on in the oh-so-dramatic and eventful world of music. But first, I've got to look at the weather. It is currently 55 degrees in Des Moines from the Edge 88 studio, and tomorrow is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. Temperatures will be rising to almost 70, but we do live in Iowa, and therefore we cannot ever get too comfortable as our weather is always changing. I think you know what I'm getting at. Snow is to be expected by the middle of the week. Apparently there's a snowstorm being tracked and it's headed this way. We can only hope for the best. So to think of better weather, since I know we're all dreaming of it, here's a modern cover of the classic Mamas and the Papas hit, California Dreamin' on Des Moines Radio Mashup 88.1. You're tuned into the Soundcheck on KDPS. I am your host, Bailey. It was just announced earlier today that a quite unlikely pair will be performing together at the Academy Country Awards. And what's even weirder is one of them isn't even a country star. At all. So the two are Dolly Parton and Katy Perry. Yeah, they'll be doing a duet on the show, which will air live on CBS next month. And this ought to be interesting. Dolly Parton is a country music legend, but Katy Perry with her dancing sharks and cupcake bikini top, just no. It will be a must watch for sure, but I don't like the idea much. I don't see how she fits into this at all. Here's some proof that Katy Perry is not a country musician at all. Here's California Girls on Edge 88. Des Moines Radio Mashup 88.1. So, we all have a love-hate relationship with the progression of technology and the internet, but someone, a famous certain someone, has gotta be really hating it right now. Rumor has it that Adele is extremely upset following an online leak of some of her private photos from an email account that belongs to her partner, Simon Konecki. They weren't like super embarrassing or anything, but they were photos that she didn't want out in public. One of them was of her 3-year-old son, a baby scan photo, one of her while she was pregnant, and some childhood photos. She didn't want them out publicly or at all. And so it has just really made her worry about her privacy and about her son growing up with a famous mother. You know, it's sad to me. It's sad that people have nothing better to do than spend time hacking people and trying to humiliate them online. I know that people like to see celebrities fail or not, they want them to be just like you and me. However, it's Adele. She's one of the sweetest and most genuine artists around nowadays. It's just sad. But luckily, I think that a lot of it's been cleared up. Things have been deleted. They're trying to figure out who did it. So hopefully that gets cleared up soon. When we come back, breaking news from the South by So What Festival over the weekend. Stay tuned. Here's Adele on KDPS. Rumor Has It by Adele on Des Moines Radio Mashup Edge 88. Festival season is upon us, and one of the first festivals of the season is South by So What. It was held in Austin, Texas over the weekend, and it seemed to go really smoothly and was a great kickoff to festival season. However, a video surfaced today that has proven otherwise. The video shows an argument between some groups of people and then a few shots being fired in the middle of a crowd. People ran and screamed and tried to go inside the nearest building. Now, throughout the day, information has been updated, and luckily, after some investigation, authorities found that the shots fired seemed to just be warning shots, and they were fired into the air. No injuries, no casualties, nothing like that. So it's really good news. But it's kind of scary to think about guns being shot at festivals and concerts. And nowadays you have to be really careful at those kinds of things, when before that was less of a concern. Like I said, nobody was hurt, so it was all good. But it makes me wonder if they will up security at more upcoming festivals this season. Well, that's not it for festivals. Like I said, it's festival season. So when we come back, more festival talk. Here's some Seether on KDPS 88.1. You're here with Bailey for the Soundcheck on Edge 88, and I'm talking about some festival stuff, as festival season has definitely begun. Lollapalooza has released its headliners for the 2016 July 28th to 31st event. Those headliners are Radiohead, LCD Sound System, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And it was also reported that J. Cole and Lana Del Rey will be in lineup as well. But hang on a second. Radiohead and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, LCD Sound System's good. They just got back together. But Radiohead and the Red Hot Chili Peppers would be awesome because they're both bands that have really stood the test of time. They're bands that you'd associate with like the 90s, but they're still so relevant today. Both bands making albums. Red Hot Chili Peppers actually just got done with theirs. They might take a little longer to release it than what originally thought. And Radiohead, we know they're working on one, but who knows when. We're all waiting, and it's killing us. But it'd be such a cool show. Like, I want to go. I've never been to a festival like that. I know that people who have love it, and I can't stress it enough. These bands are awesome. They really, really have just shown that they can last. They're a band built to last, both of them. Here's Other Side by Red Hot Chili Peppers on KDPS 88.1. Red Hot Chili Peppers on Des Moines Radio Mashup Edge 88. So, way back when, the Beatles lost their rights to their own songs. And then later, Michael Jackson outbid Beatle Sir Paul McCartney on the rights. Now, McCartney has been trying tirelessly to get them back, which only seems right, if you ask me. I mean, he and John Lennon wrote these songs, at least most of them. Just give him the rights. Lennon's dead. The only other living Beatle is Ringo, and I don't think he cares all that much. So, you would think that Paul McCartney, being the writer of most of these songs, would just be able to have them. However, that's not how it works. It's super complicated, and unfortunately, it looks like Sony will be getting them. They were sold in a $750 million deal, which is just crazy. Absolutely insane. It just doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. The Beatles are legendary. The songs are legendary, and it should belong to the legend that wrote them. Like I said, that's not how it works. But speaking of legendary Beatles music and legends, here's Kurt Cobain covering the Beatles' And I Love Her on Edge 88. Bailey here, bringing you some music news on the Soundcheck on Grandview's very own Edge 88. Something awesome has been created. It's so cool. I'm so excited about it. What is it? You want to know what is it? It is a little something that has come after the rock and roll world has been suffering great losses consecutively this year. It is called Dead Radio, which sounds either really eerie or like it's all Grateful Dead music. I'm pretty sure that there's something called Dead Radio that's a Grateful Dead thing. But that's not what it's about. It is a radio station made to joyously appreciate and celebrate great musicians who have passed. Nothing really has been released on the station's launch or media platform or call numbers or anything like that, but keep your eye out. It should be coming soon. I did try to Google it, but as I expected, and I am a huge Grateful Dead fan, so I knew it would happen, the only thing that came up was Grateful Dead radio stations and Grateful Dead websites and articles. So Dead Radio hasn't really been branded yet to the point where Google can just bring it up to you. But anyway, Dead Radio should be a really cool thing, a really great celebration of the legends that have just left us, and it's gonna be cool. I can't wait to check that out. They said a lot of it will be songs that the radio doesn't even play anymore but should, but they just feel like it's outdated since these people have passed. But not true. Great music lives forever. When we come back, a little girl had her late slip for school signed by not her parents, but someone famous. Find out who after Disturbed's cover of Simon & Garfunkel's Sound of Silence on KDPS. That was Disturbed with their cover of Simon & Garfunkel's hit The Sound of Silence on KDPS 88.1. It is currently 54 degrees in Des Moines from the Edge 88 studio. How would you have liked for a famous person to sign your late slip in elementary school? It would have been awesome, right? I mean, awesome to say the least. Well, prepare yourself because you are about to get pretty jealous. A couple took their little 9-year-old girl to a concert. And I won't tell you who was performing, you're gonna have to wait for it. And in the crowd, they had a sign asking if the musician would sign the tardy slip for the little girl the next day because she was gonna be late after having a late night. And so he did. And this 9-year-old little girl went to school with a tardy pass signed by the one and only Bruce Springsteen, excusing her for being late. I'm totally jealous, and I'm not even a huge Springsteen fan. That little girl better have been able to get that pass back. Like, they couldn't take it and file it and keep it for their records. First of all, no one would ever believe her. She's got to keep that in her wallet for proof whenever she tells that story when she gets older. And second, that's more than a late slip now. It's Bruce Springsteen's autograph. That is one lucky little girl. That would be so cool. Can't imagine the teacher's reaction to that. Such a lucky little girl. Keep it right here on Edge 88. Ride by 21 Pilots on KDPS 88.1. I want to thank you for tuning in to the first Soundcheck back after a extremely, beautifully, amazingly relaxing spring break that I wish never had to end. But I did miss being here, so I'm glad to be back. Tune into the Soundcheck with me, Bailey, every Monday night at 9 to check in on all the latest news and music. Remember, you can find us on Twitter at KDPS88, on Facebook at KDPS Radio, and on our website, www.kdpsgrandview.wix.com/radio, where you can listen online live anytime and see super embarrassing pictures of me. That's all I've got for you. Enjoy the beautiful weather tomorrow and try to brave the snowstorm they're talking about this week. Spring is here. It's just being a little grumpy is all. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Bailey here with you, and if you're tuning in for the Soundcheck, it is a little different this week, and I'll get to that in a minute, but first, I just really quickly wanted to say a few words regarding yesterday's tragedy, where the two officers were gunned down in an ambush-style attack while they were just sitting in their patrol vehicles, and my thoughts just go out to the families and friends of the officers, as well as the fellow officers all over the state. Personally being raised by an officer, a chief of police here in Iowa, I cannot even begin to imagine losing someone you love in the line of duty. So my thoughts go out, and I know that the officers all over the state will be struggling as well. So I know these officers will be dearly, dearly missed, and all of my support just goes out to them and law enforcement, and really just more than usual at this incredibly sad time. And on a different note, to kind of brush the sad things away, it is Switch Week here at KDPS. Switch Week is something really fun that we do every semester where we just kind of switch things up a bit, hence the name Switch Week. So tonight, instead of the normal music news on the Soundcheck, I will be discussing weird and awfully funny news with a special guest here in the studio. She's one of the most level-headed individuals I know. So, of course, I had to invite her on to the Soundcheck this week to help me think through 4 different, very absurd and crazy news stories that have been in the media today. So welcome to the Soundcheck and to the Edge 88 studio, Lindsay.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Well, Lindsay is going to try to help me understand some of these stories. They're crazy. Are you ready for this?
I'm going to try to be ready for it.
Awesome. That's okay with me. That makes me feel good. And then to make tonight's show and Switch Week even more special, I'm very excited to announce Grandview University's brand new website for the KDPS radio and broadcast area of the communications department. It just was launched today. It is gvumedia.com. It's got audio, video, and even some print stories from students in and out of the communications department for all to enjoy. And did I mention that it has tons of sports talk? Because it does. And it's all on the new website, which again is GVU Media. So if I were you, I'd go check it out right now. Unless you're driving, and in which case, please wait till you get home. I don't want to cause any troubles. So coming up, my guest Lindsay and I will be discussing bodily functions and how they can be quite dangerous. Ugh. Don't know what that means. I'm just kidding. Keep it right here on KDPS 88.1. You're listening to the Soundcheck on Edge 88.1. It is Switch Week, so I'm switching things up with some weird news instead of music news this week. And Lindsay, you gotta help me out here. You gotta help me understand some of these crazy stories that we're about to hear tonight.
I don't know, man. Just looking at some, just skimming over some of these. You weren't kidding.
No, I wasn't. These are some interesting stories, and we've only got 4 of them, but that might be a little much, a little overwhelming as it is. So the first one here, I think I understand it probably the most out of the 4 that we're going to be looking at. I'm not sure I'm proud to say that, considering what it's about. So here's the backstory. So a woman went into a Tokyo hospital for surgery, and she ended up actually needing to be treated for burns after one of her farts apparently started a fire. So I know the doctor was using a laser on the cervix of a woman in her 30s, and I guess they believe that the patient passed gas and it was ignited by the laser they were using.
Oh my god.
And it's not funny because she ended up being burned on most of her body and her waist and legs especially. So that part's not funny, but
she had blazing saddle? Sorry.
Right. No, but it had to have been her fart because no flammable materials were in the operation room during the surgery. And they said all the equipment was functioning normally. And so I was looking at the story, and one of the guys who was performing it, he said that it would take more than the usual amount of methane in the colon to cause such severe injury.
Which kind of makes you wonder what she's been eating, because I've seen enough of Johnny Knoxville to know it's quite possible.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, because, okay, he also said, I doubt that this was the only factor in the story regarding the fart. Or maybe she just has some mighty farts in there. I mean, I know that this is gross to talk about, but...
But it's interesting, because it kind of makes you wonder what type of food they have over there.
Yeah.
If it's that lethal.
If there's nothing else in the room, something had to cause it. And poor lady. Now, I feel bad for her because she is all burned, but you know how embarrassing that would be?
Oh,
Where'd you get those burns from? Oh, I farted on the surgery guys.
Right.
That's not something you want to say.
Tell me a story about your life. What interesting thing happened? Oh, well, I was in surgery one day.
Right. It's a little embarrassing, but this right here is proof that farts really are flammable.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we see them on shows like Kenny on South Park dies after lighting his fart on fire. Mm-hmm. And then I know, like you were talking about earlier, we discussed this a little bit, that Johnny Knoxville did it. So it's just proof. But, man, it must have been strong.
Oh, I'm not going to deny. Part of me is curious. I would have loved to have been there to see
I was
this.
just thinking
it's
a
nasty,
video.
But
A video would have been nice.
Oh,
I'm almost in disbelief, to be honest with you. Just slightly.
Yeah, it's one of those pictures or it didn't happen kind of moment.
Right. Fart, laser, fire. I don't. Poor lady. Now this one, like I said, I understand it. There's not much to not understand, but when he says he thinks there's more to the story, had to have just been a really intense fart. Now, next on this Switch Week edition of the Soundcheck, children selling only the best kind of drugs. That's right after 21 Pilots. Here's Heathens on Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Edge 88.1, Des Moines Radio Mashup. Bailey here with a very special guest tonight, my good friend Lindsay.
What's up?
And as I mentioned earlier in the hour, she's one of the most level-headed, intelligent people I know. So I invited her here tonight to help me understand the stupidity of some news stories floating around today.
Okay, after the last one, I don't know if I want to ask this, but what's this next one?
Drugs. Kinda. And children. Kinda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So, in South Carolina, yeah, that's what that means. South Carolina, some parents are super angry after 9 different students at an elementary school were suspended for violating a school drug policy.
Whoa.
Now, it's an elementary school. These kids are about 10 years old.
Yeah, how'd they get a hold of anything?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. This is what they were accused of having. Here's the severe drug. Are you ready?
What?
Sugar mixed with Kool-Aid.
That's it?
That's it.
How do you make that into a drug? What?
Well, that is the drug. It's called, what is it? Crack? They call it sugar crack or crack candy. Something weird. Yeah.
But it's Kool-Aid. It's just dry Kool-Aid.
Happy crack. That's what they call it. Happy crack. Yeah, I know. But they were all put up for expulsion because they had it. And they call it happy crack. And so, like, parents are getting super mad because they're getting these calls thinking, you know, my kid's in trouble. Like, they're expelled. Like, what's going on?
Right.
And it's just sugar.
So what are these kids doing?
Well, they are trading it for, I guess they have like fake money, like some, you know, schools do as rewards, and I guess they trade it for that. So that's the part that I understand why these kids could be in a little bit of trouble, other than it says in the article that the administrators of the district office say possession of any substance, whether it's illegal or not, if it looks like that drug, then it's, you know, illegal. And they can't market it. They can't sell it.
Right.
But they are.
Huh.
So, but it's like, are they trading it because they're like, oh yeah, I want some candy? Or are they trading it like, oh, this is shady, we're like drug dealers on a movie? You know what I mean?
I mean, like, I used to trade light bright pegs as a kid. I mean, you I mean, you can't sit here and be too angry at these kids. Understandable on the school board of wanting to make sure that kids don't get used to this kind of thing or get in the mindset of this kind of thing. But, I mean, these kids are just, like, what? They're just dipping their finger in the Kool-Aid and
yeah,
sugar,
so
or?
basically it looks somewhat like cocaine because it's just sugar and the Kool-Aid stuff. So what they do is they lick their finger, they put it in the little baggie, and then they, you know, suck the sugar off, and then it makes their finger red, which, they're 10 years old, they think that's cool, you know? And they're like, oh yeah, sugar. So they get all hyped up on happy crack. Now the fact that they're calling it happy crack, you know, that kind of leads towards, okay, they know it's a drug type thing. But the, you know, one of the parents was like, well, she had no idea she was doing anything wrong. And like you said, you were trading things at that age. I remember I would trade everything. Pokemon cards, a rock I found on the ground.
Right. Oh yeah, Pokemon cards. That's apparently now the new currency. But yeah, I mean, like, these kids, I do that. I've just dumped my finger in a Kool-Aid thing before when I was a kid. I mean, you'd sit there with a puckered face for about 5 seconds, but it's not good.
Right. I don't think it's a crime. It's crazy. I don't know what they were thinking. Who knows?
Right, especially like given big words like expulsion. These kids are thinking they're probably going to jail.
Right, I know. Hopefully it all works out in the end. Who knows? The final 2 stories that we have coming up both involve theft. And Lindsay's really going to have to help me through this next one. Stay tuned to Edge 88.1. That was If I Should Go Before You by City and Color. That's what that was. On Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. I'm getting distracted by my guest here. Lindsay, have you ever stolen a car on accident?
Not accidentally. No, I'm joking. I've gotten into people's car accidentally multiple times.
But never stolen one. Like, how does that happen, right?
Right.
So, I don't understand this story. This is the one I really need your help with here.
Right.
So, in Portland, Oregon, obviously, a resident's husband noticed her red Subaru Impreza was missing from their driveway on Tuesday night. And apparently Subarus are the thing in Oregon.
Oh, okay.
So this isn't super, weird, but at the same time, it's still kind of weird, right? But apparently there's a lot of Subarus. It's just kind of like the thing, because, they're all... I don't want to say hippies, but you know what I'm saying. I would love to go to Oregon for that reason. They seem cool. But anyway, as it turns out, the Subaru was mistaken for somebody else's.
Oh, okay.
How
do you just mistakenly get into somebody else's driveway?
Right. So the carjacker, she had instructions to pick up another red Subaru in the neighborhood for her friend. So she went to go get it because it was in the same neighborhood, and she saw a red Subaru.
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Got in it. So then when she took it back to the person who had her pick it up, the owner of the one that told her that this is really confusing. So many Subarus. The one that hired the friend to get the car. There we go.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm so lost on this story. She gets in, she goes, "This is not mine. How did you take somebody's car? This is not mine." So when she realizes it's the wrong car, she told her friend, "Hey, take this back, put a note in it, and $30 for gas." Now, the note said, "Hello. So sorry I stole your car. I sent my friend with my key to pick up my red Subaru at, this address, and she came back with your car. I did not see the car until this morning, and I said, that is not my car. There is some cash for gas, and I more than apologize for the shock and upset this must have caused you. If you need to speak further with me, I am blah blah, my number is whatever. So sorry for this mistake."
Okay, that... How?
Right.
How does... did she... I'm trying to figure out how she didn't just hotwire this car.
You're the smart one. That's how you're here. That's why you're here.
Right.
Actually, it turns out that some older Subaru keys are interchangeable, and the police actually knew that, so they let her know, hey, it's all right.
Oh.
That's how she got it so easily.
Okay.
But that seems really unsafe on Subaru's part. So shame on them.
Oh yeah.
For
especially now with that information out, that's just, hey, I have a Subaru. My neighbor has a Subaru. Ooh, yeah. What?
Right. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm lost by this one, just completely. I don't.
Right. It's really nice that, they were able to bring back the car, though. Especially with gas money now, that's a little bit of thought. That's a nice person. That's a good Samaritan right there.
Right. So, I don't know. I guess it could happen to anyone.
Personally, I would have kind of questioned the friend who kidnapped the car of how could you possibly get that address wrong.
I know.
But, hey, I'm terrible at directions, too. I'm one of those people that, hey, it's that big tree over there that I'm right next to. There's a lot of big trees.
Right. Could happen to anyone. Whatever. All right. So when we come back, more theft. This one I really feel on a deep level. Right after Girl with Internet. Or Internet with Girl. Either way. On KDPS 88.1. You're tuned into the Soundcheck on Edge 88.1, and it is Switch Week. My name is Bailey. I'm here with my guest, Lindsay, to discuss some crazy news stories. Now, this final news story that we have tonight is one that I understand on a very, very deep level. So, this has been all over the internet, the social media. So if you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So a Kansas University student returned to his car on Sunday, and he was surprised to find that someone had helped themselves to the Kit Kat he had in his car. Hey, at least they left a note.
What?
Yes, so he was just sitting, I guess, in his cup holder. So he wrote this note, and it said, "Saw a Kit Kat in your cup holder. I love Kit Kats, so I checked your door and it was unlocked. Did not take anything other than the Kit Kat. I'm sorry and hungry."
I mean, you can't blame the guy, though. I mean,
for real, I love Kit Kats.
Right.
I love them so much.
People, like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? It's like, I'm sorry. Like, what would you do for a Kit Kat?
Break into cars. Actually, he didn't really break in because he just opened the door, and the person whose car it was said, "Well, I didn't lock my door because locking it's a pain because he has issues with it." And he said, "I knew I would get back into it in just a couple of minutes, so I didn't think it would be a big deal."
I mean, it's nice that the guy didn't take anything else. Questionable, though, but, I mean, that's what you get, man. You don't protect your stuff.
I know. And, like, that's the thing here is, okay, so on the side of the guy who stole the Kit Kat.
Right.
I don't blame you, man. I love Kit Kat.
Exactly.
But being the guy whose car it was, that's my Kit Kat. You know, like, maybe it's some Kit Kat fiend.
Right.
But you know,
there's a special type of violation right there. It's not just he violated your car by getting in, he violated you by taking your Kit Kat.
I'd be like, break into my car, take anything else but the Kit Kat.
Right?
Take it all.
The car charger.
Take it all. Just don't take my Kit Kat.
The aux cord, anything.
Right. So he said
my Kit Kat.
He said when he got in his car, his initial reaction was a little bit of anger, but after reading the note, he couldn't help but laugh at how funny it was and that any anger he had was gone afterwards. So he put it on social media. And I want to say he tweeted it. Yeah, he tweeted it. It's made it all over Facebook and everywhere. So he tweeted it, and he tweeted, "Left my car for maybe 15 minutes in front of the dorms, and I come back to this. College, man." And it's a picture of a napkin with the note on it.
Oh my God.
The note was on a napkin.
You got to give the guy props for finding a napkin able to do that.
Right. So because this was all over the media, Kit Kat, their Twitter, they actually found it. They picked it up. They said, "Who steals someone's Kit Kat? Who does that? Shoot us a DM and we'll replace it for you."
Apparently somebody very hungry.
Somebody very hungry who really loves some Kit Kats.
Oh, yeah.
But if somebody were to steal my Kit Kat, like, are they just going to send him a Kit Kat? Because, like, let's be honest, you can go get a Kit Kat.
Right. No, I want a lifetime
give me more. You're going to send me, like, a care package? And I know it's being greedy, but I love Kit Kats.
A present box.
I love Kit Kats. I know this is crazy, but like for Halloween, that's all my family bought because I said, hey, the leftovers, I want that, you know? Yeah. So, and if you don't believe this crazy story, the napkin note is up on our Twitter page at KDPS88. And like I've gone off about for the last however long, I love Kit Kats. So I totally understand this story, and I might have to stop on my way home for one. Because now all I can think about are Kit Kats. So while I contain myself, here's Bored to Death by Blink-182 on Edge 88.1.
Mashing music on KDPS Des Moines.
No rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
You're listening to Switch Week on Edge 88.1. My name's Bailey, and my guest Lindsay and I are on our way out the door for the night, and I want to thank you, Lindsay, for coming to assist me with the understanding of these weird news stories. People are very weird.
Oh, yes, they are, but thank you very much for having me. This was definitely a very awesome experience.
It's really fun. It was really fun hearing about the crazies in our world around us.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. Tune in every Thursday night from 8 to 10 for the Soundcheck to hear all the latest news and music, upcoming tour dates in the Des Moines area, and much more, all while rocking out to only the best of pop and rock hits. And remember, you can also find us on Twitter at KDPS88, on Facebook at KDPS Radio, and on our brand new website that launched today. It has audio, video, print stories, all these things showcasing what we do here at Grandview University in the communications department. Go check it out. It's gvumedia.com, and we here at KDPS are very excited about it and hope that you, our listeners, will be too. And while you're there, check out the sports talk section because there are so many different stories there for your listening pleasure. And that's really all I've got for you. Again, I'm Bailey, and I leave you tonight with some Seether. Here's Save Today on Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. You're listening to the Soundcheck with me, Bailey, on KDPS 88.1. A list of words that start with the letter D. Drake, Drizzy, disappointed, Des Moines, dreaming, doubt, and dumb. Now, let me use all of those in a sentence. Drizzy, aka Drake, came to Des Moines and made a stop at Drake University. But because Drake students doubted him and were too busy dreaming, they missed out on partying with him, which disappointed him and the Drake students who ignored him. And it's dumb. Now, I went to Drake my first year of college before I came to Grandview. And it was a huge running joke forever. Bring Drake to Drake. That was the hashtag. That was the thing. Everybody always talked about it. So years waiting for this to actually happen. And after he plays a show in Des Moines where he sports Drake University jacket, a t-shirt, all that kind of stuff, he decides to keep his promise and make a stop at Drake University. It finally happened. And he's knocking on these sororities' doors looking to party, and they're all sleeping. Now, if somebody is banging on your door, you're going to, one, go check that it's not a clown and you call the cops, or two, it could be Drake because he was here and he's just after a show looking to go party. That's about it. Like, it finally happens and you guys slept on it. He should have just come to Grandview campus instead. I'm disappointed in you and for you, Drake University students. Here's Drizzy now with Summer 16 on KDPS. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. So, one of our favorites, poor Adele, she is such a sweetheart, right? And things never seem to go her way. She was on stage in Mexico, and I'm pretty sure it was an indoor venue. And all of a sudden, a bat flies past her head, right? So she's freaking out, and she's just like, stop. Like, she doesn't know what to do, and she's kind of scared because there's this bat, right? And her reaction is just hilarious. I can't even try to impersonate it because it was too good. There's actually a clip of it up on our Twitter, at KDPS88. Pardon the profanity, but you can't blame her. You can't blame her because I would have done the same thing. Would have been cursing like a sailor up there. Actually, I've had something similar happen to me, and I did, in fact, curse like a sailor. I used to live in a duplex, and in our utility closet, one night, we're watching a horror movie, and my roommate and I were sitting there, and we hear scratching at the door behind us. And so, like I said, we're watching a horror movie, so he should have known better, but he opened the closet, which is right behind our head, and out comes a whole family of bats. I screamed, I was freaking out, the cats are trying to, catch them, and I went outside because I'm freaking out, and through the screen of the window, I'm cussing at him, my roommate, saying, "There's one behind you. There's one behind you." And we think we got them all out that night, but I went to bed in a hoodie with the hood cinched up around my face, layers everywhere because I was scared I was going to get attacked by some bat and get rabies. So, they're cute little creatures, right? Until they're not. Until they're right there. So, Adele, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all for saying the F word. Here she is now. It's Hello on Edge 88. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Bailey here. You're listening to the Soundcheck, and I had already given the warning that I was going to talk about some politics, because what else is there right now, honestly? Anywhere on the internet, what are you going to find? Politics. So I tried to avoid it in my show, but it's almost impossible. So, can we just for a second talk about how crazy it is that Trump winning the election was predicted in so many different places? First, I don't know if you've seen, but all over social media, there's the proof that The Simpsons had actually predicted it. They had Trump going down an escalator in the exact same fashion, a guy dropping the sign in the background. Like, it is crazy, the comparison. And then the map of who voted Democrat, who voted Republican, things like that, that was the exact same as well. So it's pretty much to a T. But it's happened in music as well. So Rage Against the Machine, old school, right? 90s, yeah. They, in one of their videos for Sleep Now in the Fire, predicted that Trump would run for president. It's around the 1 minute mark of the video, you see someone with a Trump for president sign. Am I the only one that kind of missed out and was kind of shocked by this whole thing? I mean, I know that in interviews he was like, oh yeah, if I run, blah, blah, blah. But am I the only one that didn't know or didn't see it coming? Because how did all of these shows and music videos know? How did they know? Conspiracy stuff, man. That's what I'm thinking. DNCE, Cake by the Ocean on Edge 88.1. It's getting a little chilly for that, huh? Eating cake by the ocean. It is currently 57 degrees in Des Moines from the Edge 88 studio. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore summertime, but finally fall is here. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Now, if you constantly or even occasionally can't resist the urge to contact or even social media creep on your ex, don't worry, there's an app for that. Well, not really. It's not real, but it definitely should be. It definitely should be. It's called Nickelblock. And as you can maybe assume from the name, it plays Nickelback every time you try to call, text, or even look your ex up on social media. So that when you be creeping, the music will be so bad that you'll have no choice but to stop looking and therefore stop the racket. You have to save your ears somehow. Now, honestly, it could be the app of the year. Like, it's just genius. It just needs to be a reality. They've been making this joke, talking about it for a while now, and honestly, I'm waiting to find it on my app store so the developers or people that came up with the idea, like, let's go, make it snappy, because I think it's a hilarious app. I would just try it out to be funny. Now that, being elected president is something you can do without any political experience, Kanye West thinks he's really gonna do it. Now, at one point, I think it was just a joke. It's no longer a joke. No, he really is considering running for president in 2020. Come on, America. Please don't do this to me. Don't let it happen. We can't let it happen. Now, like I said, I'm trying to stay in the middle here and not preach my opinion because nobody cares. We've seen enough on Facebook, everybody going at it, but politicians in the White House, please. I don't care if you think they're corrupt. At least they know what they're doing. At least they know what they're doing. Kanye won't know what he's doing. He can put out an album, but I don't know if he can be in charge of nuclear codes and all that good stuff. Our economy, he went in debt last year. Let's not forget that. He spends like crazy. We're already in debt, so we can't do it. Please, America, no Kanye for president in 2020. Please no. For the sake of our country. Like I said, he can put out an album though. He's got some good hits. Here's one right now. It's Heartless by Kanye on Edge 88.1. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Bailey here, and every year this seems to be an issue. Christmas music. When is it too early? Got some in the background here. Right. But that's the thing. Is it too early? Because a lot of radio stations, guess when they're starting? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. To me, this is insane. I don't know where I was, but I walked into a store and they were playing it already. Now, I get you've got all the decorations and gotta get the vibe going. No. Not yet. Let's all enjoy Thanksgiving first. I don't eat turkey. But if you eat turkey, just, I guess, enjoy your turkey. Just mashed potatoes, whatever, before we have to worry about the Christmas. And I know, a lot of places are going to start playing it the day after Thanksgiving. That's still not good enough. Wait till at least December 1st. At least December 1st. Let us have that week to let our mashed potatoes and whatnot settle. And then let's start with it. Because this can wait, if you ask me. But I guess that's just my unpopular opinion. So here's the opposite of holiday music. It's Trivium with Dead and Gone on Edge 88.1.
Hey, Bailey.
What?
Bailey.
What?
Bailey.
What?
Bailey, get in here. Because we got to tell people about our show.
Wait, our show?
Yeah, our show on the radio. 4 to 6 on Wednesdays.
You mean it's Bump Day?
Yeah, it's not Hump Day.
It's
Bump Day! It's Ben and Bailey from 4 to 6 on Wednesdays for Bump Day.
On Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1, and online at gvumedia.com. Monday from 4 to 6, you can unwind. Listen to the Soundcheck with me, Bailey, right here on Edge 88.1, your spot for only the best of rock and pop hits. Yes! I check in on all the latest music drama, technology, new albums, tours coming to Des Moines, everything.
I hate Mondays.
So, if Mondays got you down, tune into KDPS 88.1 The Edge for the Soundcheck, 4 to 6 every Monday.
Monday, so good to me.
Let's be honest, Monday, it's not good to anybody. But luckily, from 4 to 6, you can unwind. Listen to the Soundcheck with me, Bailey, right here on Edge 88.1, your spot for only the best of rock and pop hits. And while we're being honest, the Soundcheck is only the best music news show ever.
Yes!
I check in on all the latest music drama, technology, new albums, tours coming to Des Moines, everything. So you don't have to after your busy Monday.
I hate Mondays.
So, if Mondays got you down, tune into KDPS 88.1 The Edge for the Soundcheck from 4 to 6 p.m. every single Monday.
Oh, I like that. Me too.
Oh, and don't forget to check out the new website, gvumedia.com. It's pretty awesome.
Hey, you're listening to Des Moines Radio Mashup on the Edge 88.1. It's Manic Monday with your girl Chills and... Wait, Bailey?
What's up?
You're supposed to go on before me. What are you doing here?
I don't know what it looks like to you, but obviously I'm crashing your show right now.
Well, I guess you can join me. Well, today, I guess we're going to switch it up and make it a switch week, and it's going to be your girl Chills and Bailey.
Yeah.
So keep listening to us for all the cool music and more on the Edge 88.1. Hey, it's your girl Chills and Bailey here on the Edge 88.1. So it is Girl Scout cookie season.
I know. Unfortunately, I know.
I've been feeling so bad for passing all these little girls up and not buying their cookies.
I'm the same way. Like, I feel so bad, but at the same time, like, I've already eaten 3 boxes. So, I know.
Like, and they've gotten so expensive, too. It's about $4 a box now.
Yeah, when I was little and selling them, I don't think it was nearly that much.
Yeah, so I was looking up, because even when I was in Girl Scouts, I didn't know where the money went. I was just like, oh, okay, I think it all goes to us, but only 21% goes to the troop that's actually selling it.
I feel ripped off.
Yeah, I know. Like,
all that time I spent taking a wagon around town, thinking I was doing good for our troop, and that, wow.
Right. And it's all just for a factory. It's crazy. I don't know if I want to buy Girl Scout cookies. Maybe now I don't feel as bad because now I know where the money goes. It doesn't go towards the little girls.
That's true, but you know you still got to eat a couple of them, right?
I know.
I mean, they're delicious. I look forward to them all year.
I need those Thin Mints. Next up is some Fergie on the Edge 88.1.
Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. My name's Bailey here with Chills. Doing a little fusion of our shows, if you will.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
So I heard that Lady Gaga is joining Metallica.
No way.
Oh yeah, it's all over the internet.
So. You can't believe everything you hear on or see on the internet.
See, you're a smart lady. It's actually not true. They were talking about it in an interview, and then people took it seriously. It was all over. Like, I think the internet almost broke for a little bit, but then nothing.
Yeah, see, I saw that they were doing some sort of collaboration, but I can't believe that she would join Metallica. Just, I know she has, like, really good rock voices, but I can't see her doing that kind of metal kind of rock.
Me neither. Plus, Metallica's legendary, so it's just kind of like, I don't know. It'd be the biggest thing to probably happen in, metal and rock music, but
I don't know how people would react to it, especially hardcore Metallica fans. Collaborating pop and metal together just wouldn't be a good idea.
It would be a total mess. So you were smart and you knew it wasn't true, but what if it was? Well, coming up, got some Lady Gaga, but first some Metallica, so you get them back to back right here on Edge 88.1.
Lady Gaga here on the Edge 88.1. You're listening to Bailey and Chills. So catch me outside. How about that?
You do that really well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, you're going to be hearing that a lot more now because she's getting her own reality TV show.
Why? It was only funny for a minute. The memes were good. That's it.
I know. Actually, this is really old. I've seen that video years before this actually got viral. But it's really strange that she's getting her own reality TV show because she's only 13 years old.
I didn't know she was that young. I knew she was young, but
she's only 13 years old, and they want to film her outside of bars and stuff where everybody else has to be 21. So why are they encouraging a 13-year-old to do all of these inappropriate things when she's already getting in trouble for them?
I'm speechless. Like, why are we corrupting people on purpose? And why?
Yes,
why is she the center of our attention? Yeah.
Yes. And that bothers me because it brings me back to thinking about Jersey Shore and how everybody was watching Jersey Shore and it was mindless, but everybody thought it was okay to do all those things because they saw it on TV.
Oh, she's a bad example to follow. People, PSA, don't do what she does. Please don't follow it. I bet she gets canceled. I don't think it'll be on very long.
I sure hope so. I really hope that somebody complains about it after the first 2 episodes and it is gone.
Let's be that somebody.
Yeah. You're listening to The Edge 88.1.
Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. So if you've listened to the Soundcheck before, I'm all about music news. So I've got one here.
Okay.
Tom DeLonge. He's formerly of Blink-182.
Right.
He left to go do some other stuff. And the other stuff is he's a UFO researcher.
Is that even a real thing?
Yeah, he was named UFO Researcher of the Year. And I guess he's like co-authored a 700-page book about UFOs and aliens.
That's so strange. Like, I understand that this is something that people really believe in, but we don't really have significant evidence of all this stuff.
I guess it depends on what you believe. Apparently he's, got, inside info. Like, he is talking to, the government. And it's, he even said, I have a quote here. He said his allies on the inside include sources within the aerospace industry and the Department of Defense and NASA. That sentence specifically was approved for me to say.
Okay, so maybe we're getting to the point where NASA's discovering all these planets that are out there now, and they're about to lay it on us with some big news soon. That's what I feel like is happening right here. Or they'll keep it a secret, forever. I mean, I believe Roswell happened where they found a UFO. Secrets, things we don't know. I want to know about space. I don't have to know about some things going on in the government, but the space, I want to know. I want to be a UFO researcher. Yeah, I would like to know that too, and if it was something I'd actually really need to, know about, because I hate not knowing things. It bothers me a lot.
I agree, and I'm really into space, so I think I found my retirement plan. I'm going to go be a UFO researcher.
There you go. Once radio's done and over with, research
that's the plan. Catch me as a UFO researcher in however many years. A long time down the road. Keep it right here on Edge 88.1.
Take me down here on the Edge 88.1. It's Alyssa and Bailey. So we are very privileged women, I believe, in this day
we've come a long way.
Yeah, so, people are out there still complaining that we don't have equal rights and everything, but I think we're fine compared to people in the 50s or 60s, because I read today that there are some pretty strange things that we couldn't do back then that we could do today.
Like what?
They couldn't go on maternity leave, they couldn't run in the Boston Marathon, they couldn't become an astronaut, and they couldn't open their own bank accounts.
What? I mean, I guess I can see it. I think it's funny, I'm most angry about the astronaut thing, but wow, yeah, we've come so far.
Yeah, a lot of these things started happening for women around the 70s. So in the 50s and 60s, I can see why everyone thought they were oppressed, but at the same time, everybody who was born in that day and age kind of wants to reverse everything back to those days.
What? Why?
I don't understand, but they're like, a lot of the older generations are like, we need to be like the 50s and the 60s again.
No, thank you.
No.
The ones that are growing up into this don't want to do that. Thank you. Sorry.
No, thank you. Yeah, I would like to. I'm glad I can open my own bank account, and if I could become a lawyer, because that was the other thing they couldn't do. They couldn't practice law. So we are very privileged today, and I think people are taking it for granted.
I definitely agree. I mean, I get that there's some things that could still be fixed, but hey, look at how far we've come, and we're just going to either keep it that way or keep moving up, but not going back.
I hope it's never going to go back. Next up here on the Edge 88.1 is Addicted to Love. Keep listening, and we'll talk a little bit more about April the Giraffe. If you don't know what that is, we'll explain a little bit more on the Edge 88.1.
You're tuned into a Manic Monday Soundcheck Fusion on Edge 88.1. All right, death metal yoga.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It's kind of like an oxymoron. A little bit, but apparently it does wonders.
I would imagine so, because death metal is kind of angry-sounding music, and it could be like anger yoga. You get all your anger out.
That's exactly what it is, and it's actually kind of funny to watch because they're stretching, and instead of exhaling, they're just screaming.
Oh, I can imagine that, somebody just doing like pig squeals and stuff while.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you ever saw this video. It always comes around the Christmas time of the Grinch doing yoga. It's kind of like that, and but it's real, and it's rolling out. It's a big thing in New York. Actually, there's a link up on our Twitter page at KDPS88. Check it out. It's hilarious. I tell you maybe even want to try it. It looks like it does some good.
I might want to try it myself. That might be something I can get behind.
Right.
Great.
So check that out, like I said, on our Twitter at KDPS88. And if you haven't checked out our new website, by the way, gvumedia.com, go to that. Check out the podcast. There's one called The Military Boogeyman.
Definitely, that's a good one.
You can assume what it's about. It's about PTSD, but it really gives an honest insight about the military boogeyman. So definitely check that out. We've got a lot more coming up. We've got stuff about giraffes.
Yeah, April the Giraffe, and a surprising fact about ramen noodles. So stick around. You're listening to The Edge 88.1. Hey, you're listening to The Edge 88.1. We're having a little mixture of Manic Monday and the Soundcheck today, so Bailey's here with me.
Yes, indeed I am. Yeah. Hoping that the whole building doesn't fall down from the rain and hail I hear.
We really hope you guys can't hear this storm. It's pretty bad right now, so if you guys are out driving, stay safe. Anyway, April the Giraffe still has not had her baby.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Am I out of the loop? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's a giraffe at a zoo. I can't remember what zoo it is, I'm sorry. But she has been she's been in labor for a week. And they've been having the live stream up on Facebook, and it is driving people insane.
That's so strenuous. I feel so bad for this giraffe.
I know, and you're sitting there like, when's she going to have this baby? It's kind of weird that everybody's trying to sit and watch a giraffe give birth, but at the same time, you're just watching, okay, when's she going to have this baby? Is it going to happen yet? I want to see.
Well, no, I understand that because I watch the live eagle feeds.
Yeah.
Where the eagles hatch and they grow up. I'm currently watching one right now. But no, I understand that, but like a week.
I know.
Wow.
I was watching it last week. I was like, oh, okay, is she having it right now? Still not having a baby. Then 3 days later, people are posting memes like, is April the Giraffe going to have her baby yet? Still not have her baby.
I'm going to have to check that out, but I feel so bad.
I'll post a little meme on our Twitter page at KDPS88, just so you know how I'm feeling about this situation. You're listening to The Edge 88.1.
Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. Bailey here with Chills.
Yep.
We're nice and dry because we're inside.
Yes.
So if you're not, just kidding, stay safe. It's really scary out there. So the things that music can do, I can't believe it. It's so powerful.
Yes.
I've heard that it can do so much. Like my great-grandma, she had a stroke, and like she's still, like the connection she had to music was just beautiful.
Yeah, I saw something online where a guy with Alzheimer's actually gain some of his memory back by listening to the music he listened to as a kid.
Right. See, that's my favorite movie is off that premise. Music Never Stops. Same idea. But now the latest is there's this group of people that have autism, and one of them, he was born to deaf parents, and he has autism. So you can imagine that struggle. You know. And he plays the piano, and is like a pro. Like it's his way of communicating. It's his way of coming alive. He's got autism so severely that he can't talk. He can say yes or no, but he's got a really severe case.
And that doesn't surprise me though, because children with autism usually attach themselves to something that they really, really like, and they will almost obsess over it. So it doesn't surprise me that music is his way of like almost coping with everything. But it also doesn't surprise me that music is helping him heal, because music has a lot of healing properties, like sad songs that you listen to. It's weird, but it makes you feel happy again.
Yeah, and it's a way of him communicating, and that just shows like music is undoubtedly a way to communicate, and I just love it. I love that music is so powerful.
And we'll keep connecting with all of you with our fabulous music.
Oh, look at that. That's true.
Yeah.
Makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. Here's a new one. It's Little Monarch with No Matter What on Edge 88.1.
It's Des Moines Radio Mashup, the Edge 88.1. This is your girl Chills here with Bailey. So, Bailey, I was watching a TV show called Little Big Shots yesterday, and I was completely amazed because it's a show about, like, pretty much genius or talented little kids.
Huh.
And I saw this little kid knew how to mix. Like, he was very good at chemistry, and he knew that hot water and liquid nitrogen would make an explosion. But it was a big explosion that we saw on TV, and it was crazy.
I don't even know how to do that stuff.
No, I don't, and that's why we're in communications.
Yeah.
But
no science here.
Right, we don't have no science. No math, no science.
No.
We just talk. But anyway, I was thinking about the How About That Girl, and how I would rather see these little kids in more of this stuff than some tacky reality show of some trashy 13-year-old.
These kids are what other kids, and maybe even what some adults should be looking up to.
Exactly.
Instead of Cash Me Outside, how about that? It doesn't make sense.
No, I would rather see somebody who knows all the parts of the body and can tell me facts, or knows how to do chemical equations, or can even a 12-year-old that has like a mature voice for her age. Something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of Cash Me Outside, how about that?
That's promoting all the wrong things.
No, it's crazy. So I hope this show stays intact. I'm actually going to put a little video up on our Twitter page. You're going to have to check that out. I'm not going to give any spoilers about what's on there. So, again, it's KDPS 88. You're listening to The Edge 88.1.
You're listening to a Soundcheck and Manic Monday fusion on Edge 88.1. All right, well, this is a new fad that I'm not too sure about.
Okay, lay it on me.
Hologram concerts. So, like, people that have passed away, they've been talking about it with Prince. They talked about it with Michael Jackson, and I've heard that maybe David Bowie, and then now they're talking about Dio. They have all these lined up that they keep talking about. I don't know if they've actually done them. I know they did it with Michael Jackson once.
Yeah, they did. I know about that one. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that, because I think I would like that better than seeing an impersonator, just because it would be his real voice instead of somebody trying to actually imitate it.
Right, and I think it would be interesting, but at the same time, like, I feel like I could just watch, like, a music video. I don't know.
But you're actually there. It's kind of like how Japan have those animated pop stars in their holograms, but people actually go and listen to those things, and they're huge. So I think if it's a real person kind of hologram, that would work out even more.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if it'd be more expensive, too. I have no idea. I just know that I've been hearing about this for years, since Michael Jackson died. And nobody has really done it as much. I've never seen one come to Des Moines.
Maybe we'll just have to start one now.
Right.
It's you and me. Let's start a hologram
I got my hopes
concert.
up about Tupac. That never happened either. So, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to UFO research, and we're going to make hologram concerts.
Living big here.
We've got big plans for the future. All right. Well, moving on, I guess. My dreams are not probably going to actually happen, but I'll be positive. Here's Dirty Heads. That's all I need on Edge 88.1.
that's all I need here on the Edge 88.1. So, we're college students, and a lot of people our age that are in college eat a whole bunch of ramen noodles.
Well, yeah, it's all we can afford.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap, but it's actually just as bad for you as any fast food item can be.
Well, it makes me glad that I don't eat them, but that's mainly because of vegetarianism. But why? Like,
well, there's something in them that leaves them in the stomach after hours of consuming them, and it's supposed to do something where it's supposed to absorb nutrients, but there aren't any nutrients in there in the ramen noodles. It's actually toxic preservatives.
Awesome.
And we're putting that into our bodies.
Oh, gross.
And that can cause stuff like weight gain, health issues like chronic diseases, insulin resistance, so it's really bad for people who actually have diabetes and stuff like that, and chronic inflammation in your intestines.
Jeez.
So I'm sitting here wondering, what are we supposed to eat if that's what we're putting in our bodies? Because other things like Cheez-Its, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Did you say Cheez-Its?
Yes.
Hold up. Cheez-Its are my favorite snack.
No, I guess you can't eat Cheez-Its anymore because they might kill you.
It's like, is it worth it, or?
Exactly. So, again, I want to know, what am I supposed to eat? Am I supposed to eat vegetables? Because they spray vegetables with pesticides, like bacon apparently causes cancer. What am I supposed to eat?
Nothing.
I guess nothing. Just water. It's crazy. But I guess for you listeners out there, in order to find something better to eat, go out there and do some research and love yourself, like the next song up here on the Edge 88.1.
Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. So, witchcraft meets politics.
Huh. What a strange combination.
And music. It's all together one big mess. But really, I don't like to get political on my show, because who does?
Exactly.
But
not very fun.
Lana Del Rey is apparently using witchcraft to try to rid the world of Trump. So I don't know if you heard, but there was a bunch of stuff in the news about witchcraft.
The witches thing, that they're putting a curse on Donald Trump.
Yeah, she's taking part. And so she tweeted, and this is what the tweet read: at the stroke of midnight, February 24th, March 26th, May 23rd, ... ingredients can be found online. And apparently the dates line up with the waning crescent moon ritual dates.
That's so strange, especially for a pop... Okay, this is my thing, that people who actually voted for Trump are going to sit here and just say even more crap about people who are Democrats and against Trump because of this stupid stuff.
Right. It doesn't seem to make much sense, but it's what they're doing.
I don't know, but if something happens to Trump after this happens, I might have to be a believer.
I know. It would just show the truth, but I guess that the members of the occult claimed that they would do this constantly and try to get rid of him. Do you want to know what the ingredients are?
Yeah, tell me what they are.
It's great. All right, so where is it? Oh, an unflattering photo of Trump.
Right. Check one.
A bowl of water.
Simple.
No specifics. Don't know how much, but a bowl.
Okay.
A tower tarot card. So like one of those scary Castle Tower ones.
Exactly.
And a tiny stub of an orange candle.
Is it because he's orange?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, is this a joke? But it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Well, usually candles mean something. The color of the candle means something. So I'm wondering what orange represents. It's so strange.
A tiny stub of orange candle. How specific?
A tower of... what is that going to do? Are they just trying to, tip his tower over or something?
I don't know.
So strange.
I am not part of it. I don't know. But it's happening in the world around you guys. So if you don't know what's going on, there's some witchcraft trying to take over politics right now.
Ooh, spooky.
I know. Happy late Halloween.
Guess so.
Here's Skillet. Feel Invincible on Edge 88.1. Des Moines Radio Mashup, Edge 88.1. My name's Bailey. Chills and I are on our way out the door.
Yes, off into this crazy storm.
Yeah, right. Wrapping up this Manic Monday Soundcheck Fusion Switch Week.
Oh, I had such a good time.
I know. Maybe I'll crash your shows more often.
Well, you are on right before I am.
Yeah, you just have to kick me out, I guess. But that leads me to, remember, you can always tune in. I have the Soundcheck Mondays from 4 to 6.
And I'm on right after her from 6 to 8.
And that's a good Monday, if you ask me.
It is.
You can also check us out online. We have a bunch of stuff up on Twitter from our show today, at KDPS88. We're also on Facebook, KDPS Radio, and we have a brand new website, gvumedia.com.
I actually saw a video of a belly dancing club on there, and good news, it's not only for Grandview students, it's for the whole Des Moines area.
I didn't even know we had one in Des Moines. That's awesome.
Exactly. So go ahead, check that out on www.gvumedia.com.
And we leave you this evening with Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna. This is what you came for on Edge 88.1.